this is the easy part. No, wait, this is the hard part. The hard part is the easy part. All right. All right. Break. This is sucking. Hey, it's Mari and Haley here in Atlanta, Georgia, and today I am going to replace my garbage disposal. I've been planning to do this for a while. It broke a few days ago. I did a little research on it. The unit I have is 15 years old and it's worked really well. It's only a 1/3 horsepower, and I watched some videos on YouTube and they said don't use anything less than a 1/2 horsepower. But I'm just replacing the one I have. So that's the one I ordered. It seems like Insinkerator, that's Dilly. She gets in all the camera shots. You'll hear her barking, hopefully, at some point. So I did some research, and I ran into, it was a little troubling, so I ended up ordering Badger 1 from Amazon, Insinkerator brand. So there's a Badger 1, there's a Badger 100. One of them's the newer model. I got confused, I couldn't tell which one. I think it's this one from the Insinkerator website, the 1. Although I watched a video and someone said they changed 100 to 1. Or 1 to 100, I don't know. Looks like they have Badger 1 and they have Badger 5. Different strength, horsepower. This matches the one that I had. The other thing that I ran into, I looked for good deals online. It looked like one of the box stores had it, so I just drove over there and thought I'd pick one up, and it was much more expensive than when it showed that they were selling them online. And then online was the 1, and on the store was a 100, and I got confused, and I went on Amazon, did some more research, and I went on the Insinkerator website. I ended up ordering on Amazon because I have good luck with them and with returns and any problems that I might have. Also, I found out when I did more research that one model comes with a cord attached and you could plug it in. So if you have an outlet under your sink, it comes with the cord attached, and one comes without it. And surprisingly, the one with the cord is less expensive than the one without a cord. And so I was looking to see, like, because the one under my sink does not have a plug-in. It has just a cord that comes out and you have to wire it up. So I was looking to see if you can easily take the cord off and just wire it in. And the answers, on Amazon were confusing. First someone said, no, you can't. And then someone else said, well, you can, but it's really hard. And I assumed you just had to undo the wires. And someone else said, it's easy to do, but it avoids the warranty if you take the cord off the one that comes with the cord. And so there's $11 difference, and I'm pretty sure it's not worth $11 for the warranty, but I ended up ordering the one without a cord. So I don't believe I made the best decision. It wasn't the cheapest off Amazon. I could have got it cheaper, certainly from eBay. I'm sure I could have removed the cord, but that's what I ordered. That's what I have, and that's what I have to show you today. So my number one goal should be safety, and it is safety, almost without saying, but my mental goal is not to break anything so that I need more of a repair than I already needed when I do things around the house. Like, I don't want to make more of a problem than I already had. Safety, don't break anything. Oh, don't get hurt. That's kind of safety, but I get all these kinds of injuries and stuff, like overdoing it and straining something. And so, yeah, I fixed the small thing, but for a week then I'm recovering from a new injury. So safety first, don't break anything, and don't injure myself. That's it. Let's see how it goes. Okay, well, Amazon sent the new garbage disposal. So, I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm running the dishwasher. Clean out the sink a little bit. And turn off the power here. But my next task, clear out under here. so that I can work on it. But I have noticed my old one does not have a connection to the dishwasher. Somehow it runs through that pipe. So that's alright. Might make it a little bit simpler, and I will have to do some electrical stuff. Alright. I'm running the dishwasher right now, so I'm going to let it finish before I do anything. I can do some cleaning. We'll hit the power. Knock out the power to the garbage disposal so it'll be safe. Dilly! Alright, I'm just gonna just clean out the sink a little bit. The disposal actually went on the blank the other day, and let's see if you can see this piece. There's a bolt goes down through here, and it looks like the just snapped off here. So the bolt might still be in there. I can't feel it. And I looked up replacing the blades, and it seems like you have to take it off to do that anyway, and I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I watched some videos to order the blade, and it's seemed easier just to replace the disposal, which is about 15 years old. So that's what I'm doing. Turn the electric off. Let's go downstairs. Look out, little Dilly. I hope that the fuse box does not affect the television. All right, downstairs to the fuse box. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're in the garage. Fuse box. And which one is it? Well, let's see. There's the range, furnace. What do I think? Bedroom. Dun, 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 dun. Disposal. 14. Oh, there's the 14. All right, so we've turned that off. There's no power to our disposal. Back upstairs. I will leave that open to remind us to turn it back. Okay, let's see. Let's see. The disposal. Light doesn't work either. It's good. So we got our power out. I'm just gonna unbox the new disposal now. All right, we are gonna unbox the trusty Insinkerator. And got the handy box cutters here. All right. And I think this took, it wasn't next day from Amazon, but it was, this is the register for the warranty. Here's some instructions. This is the flange apparatus. It has a thing that goes in the sink, and then this top. But this actually I have, and I believe I will not be replacing stuff. And then the actual disposal unit. There you go. Throw it away. Here's some parts. Another part. That's it. Alright. So, parts in here are going to be that little wrench, you know, she used to unstick it. This is a plastic connection, and my old one has one. I don't want to scratch mine. But it goes on here. This goes on like this. Gasket goes in here. So we have all the parts, but I might replace the gasket. And then there's 2 screws goes on either side of that. So we need a screwdriver. Take a flat head, and I'll leave this plug in my this is where the dishwasher would attach if it attaches, but mine doesn't attach to the disposal, so I'm gonna leave this plug in here. If you have your dishwasher, you can tap that out and retrieve it. This is when you look down into a disposal. Here's the blades and everything. This thing seems to me that it might be worthwhile to save the blade out of my old one in case in 15 years this one breaks the blade. We'll see. Alright, next I'm going to get some screwdrivers. Alright, so I went ahead and got a towel to put this on so that it wouldn't scratch my core end, and have the instructions open here in case I need those. The parts out here so I don't lose them. I might still lose them, but you know, whatever. Also so they don't scratch anything. And I got several screwdrivers. I was downstairs hunting around and forgot that I had a toolbox where I put all my screwdrivers. The ones I use around the house a lot are these ones that have the reversible or interchangeable bits. Because sometimes you need a Phillips end, and sometimes you need a flat end. It looks like they use a lot of flat ends for this repair, or this exchange. And instructions actually use the wrench, so we've got that handy. And then some other ones in case I need them. I don't think I will. I have others. The other thing I wanted to do is when we might have to do this down on the floor, but this, that's the smaller one. When I do the exchange of that cord, I do it this little flap, so I just want to see what's going on. And I want to see what the old one has in here because I don't have this clamp. But I'm assuming I can just reproduce whatever's on the old one. Remove that. And then in here, here are the 2 cords that I make the connection with, and here's where the ground goes. So and here's the flange that, I might just go ahead and put this gasket in so that I don't forget. I will forget things. Alright, so we're going to set the camera up down there and take the old one off. Alright. See you in a minute. Alright. So I did not turn my water off, but I did turn the sink. The only connection here is to this drain pipe. I think I am going to leave it back on and just make this connection here. And then hopefully I won't have disrupted any drain stuff. Although it might be tricky to reconnect it, but we'll see. So we need a flat edge screwdriver. This one's larger, but I'm going to change the camera angle so you can see. Well, I guess you can see. It might be in the way a little. I'm just going to unscrew those two flange screws. And then I'll change the camera. So it's disconnected. So drip. And an old flange should be, oh, look at that. This is the other side. See, this is that end that broke. I'm sorry. That interests me. Anyway, let's not put them up there where they could fall back in. What about the bolt? The bolt might still be intact. Maybe some metallic bit. Good. I'm glad I didn't go down the drain. All right, I'm going to reposition the camera so you can see me take the flange off, and we're moving right along. All right, well, so there was a little drop, just a drop of water down there, so I've gone ahead and put some rags and then a little plastic thing under there just to reduce moisture. And then here's a pretty good view of that flange. Could get a little lower, but I think you'll be able to see it. All right. I'm back, and a couple changes. One, I put a little yoga mat under my towel because I've been bending over, and that is not going to be a sustainable approach. I'm going to have to kneel down, so I don't kneel on the floor in yoga. I put a roll under my knees, so. And the other thing that I did was I looked over the directions. I read them pretty well. I'm going to give their suggestion a try before I try screwdrivers to get that flange off. And so the thing is, this dispenser is heavy. And so yeah, you're supposed to like hold it with one hand. And the yoga mat makes it a little bit slippery. Oh, so you put it in there, but you're supposed to come out. This is kind of in the way. Then, oh, it did. It totally turned. And then you drop it like that. Not supposed to drop it, but it tilted forward. I didn't really have it balanced on my hand. I had my hand there, but kind of messed up. Here's what I was not pleased with, is that this electrical connection is short. See how short it is? Yeah, I could change that. But I doubt that I will. It does have a clamp. I don't know. Let me see. Let me adjust the camera. It does have a clamp here on the end. Oh, that's not it really adjusted. And you can't really see. But there is a clamp on the end that I'll be able to reuse to rewire that. That's good. Here's the old yucky disposal. Here's the inside of it. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is unhook this power connection from the old disposal. And that uses, looks like Phillips screwdrivers. So, also, let me see. Let's look up here at the flange. My glasses and the lighting, it's going to be tricky. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's I have a drain plug in there. Could take that out so I don't confuse myself any further. That's just, I just have this plug in there so that nothing falls down through the hole. At this point, you would typically take the flange out of the top and putty that and everything, but mine isn't leaking, and assuming I get this in without it leaking, I'm going to leave it alone, and I will still have the flange if I need to redo that. It's really hard to work on because of that wire so short. But it's going to mess with the lighting, my brilliant videography. That's brighter. I have to believe better lighting is a good idea for a number of reasons, specifically so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this one off first and check. This connection is a screwdriver. So we did this on the new one. We took this little plate off. Power is disconnected. We checked that. And in here, there's the green ground, and then there's the black and the white wires. There's a little piece of cardboard in there. I think you're supposed to leave that in. So, black to black, white to white, and the ground. These should screw off. And we want to save these and put them on our new one. Right, unhook these wires. Old ones. Loosen the ground. Oh. And there's a little valley that I'm calling it a valley, but it's like a thing that it sits in. There we go. Alright. So that's done. Now I take our clamp off. And comes out. Bend down again. With this clamp has a if this unscrews somehow. Yeah, it does. It's got a screw there. I think this clamp's had a flange. It's limited in how far it can screw. So I guess you screw this. But I always think I'm smarter than I am. Alright, then all this cord's gotta go out. Oh, we have to redo this. That ground is so stiff. It is holding up that whole garbage. Alright, get out of there. And you two. Out. And what I also don't like is I have to do the other one down here. So I'm gonna put some gloves on. Tend to get nasty scratches from these wires, and they're dirty and they don't. All right, so we're free. We got our black, white ground. All right, here's the other one, the new one, the flange bit. We didn't pop this out, put the new gasket on, and here's the electrical stuff. So, let's see, can you see all that? No. All right, here we go. Anyway, here's the black and white wire where the ground goes. We leave this plastic connection there, and we'll just reconnect that. All right. And then we just put it back on. Reverse process. Alright, we're back, and full disclosure, in the interim, I have decreased the temperature of my house by 2 degrees. I pulled my hair back in a ponytail and got some readers instead of those progressive lens glasses because they were driving me crazy. Alright, as suspected, this clamp comes out. Ones I've seen, this is not the greatest one, but I'm going to reuse it if it'll screw on here, and if not, I'll have to go get another. This is my new one. This is a little uneven. Let's see if it'll screw on. Well, there it goes. Alright, so we'll reuse it. I don't think it has to be tight, but it needs to be on there. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking that fewer screws it's going to take to get it off, the better it will be if I have to replace it. Just have it on there. Right? Alright, next, I think I have to set this in here. Let's see if we're on the camera or not. Alright, I was going to put gloves on. I'm going to. Be right back. Gloves! I just hate, when I look at this edge and this edge and these edges, my hands just get chewed up from that stuff. And I just don't want to be nursing that injury. So, this short cord is going to make things challenging, but I feel strongly that we can do it. Keep going back through. Right. Hey, just down here like this. The wire. Inside. Let me get back here. Yeah, this is over here. Good. Here's them. With the wire inside. Look up now. Look around it. Right around there. I'll grab it. Let's just go for it. Take it. Not for you. Oh. Here. More. Let's move that off again. Yeah. So this should be hard enough to be able to put this corner in. It's not being so tight. But this metal thing is running for the very heavy swivel. So this is a simple task. That should do. All right, well, the dog's barking. It's a good time to take a break. All right, I'm back. I got frustrated and yelled at my dog. And since that's rarely effective, I think we can expect her to continue to bark. All right, I'm hating this ground wire so much. Let's see if you can tell. The curves around in the direction where I screw, in the same direction I'm screwing. So I think then I'll tend to hold its position a little better. All right, I'm going to get a more robust Phillips screwdriver. I have one. Not the best. Let's try this one. It's just not. That one actually may actually been the screwdriver. Round is on there. Oh, has been the hardest part. Well, it's been hard. I feel like it's on there really well. Alright, then we take the black and the white and my two screw caps. Let's see if we can get a good angle on that. I'll bet my shoulder's in the way a lot, sorry. Okay, so, oh, you know what? First I'm going to tighten this down. So then pull out. That's what I'll do. Clamp that down. Hold it in position. I don't know if this break in the metal thing is necessary for the angle or whether it's a failure in the material. I guess it could have happened when I, dropped it. But we got this clamp, we have this clamp. you know, we get that screwed in a little loosely. And the main thing of this is to keep that wire, take some force off of that wire so it doesn't fail at that angle. It doesn't move much once it's in there. Alright. Take these ends. Oh, come on. This is the easy part. And I am struggling. I have rather suspected this is going to be a struggle for me. But I have video evidence that I did it. Alright. Should have a better twist, but they're twisted. Put a cap on that. Is my cap twisting opposite direction? Maybe. Let's see. Come on. The stiff wire is so hard to work with. Probably not the right tools. So close. Let's get this cap on. Got the ground on, we get the caps on. White to white, black to black. Here. All right. Now, next, flip it back up there, put it on the flange. I thought I'd just practice with the flange that they gave me before I'm upside down, holding that heavy disposal on one arm. So there are these tabs. They're the rings. The rings is what we use to open it, but these tabs are the key for putting it in. And you kind of want to line up a tab with this the flange hole here. What are they calling that thing? 3 mounting tons with, that's the slide up ramp, whatever that means. But anyway, so that aligns the tab in there, and then you get that in there, and then it's not going to work on this one, but then it slides on. Here's the tab, and here's a little rim, and it'll slide on there. And you slide all the way. So this is the new flange we're not using. It looks easy in the videos. Let's see if I can get it this camera position so you can watch. All right. I think you have a better view than I do of the fun. Here's the underside of the sink. There's my thing. I'm going to take this plastic thing that I got it resting on out. All right, let me get you. All right, so this may be your best view because soon I suspect my shoulder is going to be in front of you. I'll have to bleep out all the swear. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take just a minute and make sure that these are tight. Let's see, I have added a pillow. I'm going to try and do this upside down. Let's see if I can get it. This is the easy part. No, wait, this is the hard part. The hard part is the easy part. All right. I'm 100%. Oh, this might be perfect. Oh, I thought that cord was sitting like that. Like that. This one's good. Let's out. Right. All right. Out there. Come on. I guess the light could be better up there. So I'm back and I am trying. Oh, what I did was I actually practiced some more with the new flange and old disposal Insinkerator. And I think, sorry about that, I think the problem is the way I'm lining it up. Because it seems very simple. You're not standing on your head holding this up in the air with your left arm, but nevertheless, let's see. Put this thing here. Part of the problem is this stiff. Alright, so that should be on. The back is not catching. Good news and bad news. Good news is I did get this on, and it was actually simply a matter of lining it up. Bad news is if you've ever watched those YouTube videos where someone's phone runs out of battery and you think, how can you not have checked that? Well, I got about a minute and a half of me wrestling with that, and I think it probably took me 5 minutes. but it was simply a matter. And so it's on there really well. And the only other thing I did was I used the wrench to tighten the flange on there. And then I checked up here to make sure, because when you tighten it, you can unseat this. But I guess this plumber's putty under here is pretty tight. It did not move. The next thing I did was, I thought, while I was resting after I got that on and charging my phone, I looked at these pieces that I took out and I thought, maybe I'll salvage the other blade in case something happened. So I took this top off and the old flange part. But when I look in there, I don't know if you can see, the light's not good. But, this is heavy. I'll move it over here. I have the accessory light. But if you look in, that blade is broken, and come on, light, that blade is broken also. That's barely on there. So those, case in point, better. We got a little Pandora, Mavis Staples radio. All right. Oh. Should work better. All right. Get started. Put the other one in. All right. That looks good. Snug this one up. Now these are not supposed to tighten down. I mean, they're tightened down securely, but you don't want to wrench them because they have that gasket. Yeah, they have a stop when they're where they need to be. There they are. All right. One thing. This was tight in that. Yeah, make sure this was tight because it's spinning around a little. All right. Feels pretty tight. And that one. And that's plugged. And this is powered up. So the recommendation is to put a plug in the sink, fill the sink up, make sure the sink doesn't leak. It shouldn't leak because we didn't mess with the flange, but we did tighten this. I mean, I guess you could run into problems with this putty being dry. So I'll give that a try. That's the plan, but it's in! Da-da-da! Pretty happy about that. Okay. Well, it came with a little seal thing, so I'm just going to run a little water in here. Make sure nothing's leaking. I mean, it shouldn't, but... Right. Let's see. It looks pretty happy. here. Any dripping? Ah, I think it's awesome. Just hope I didn't disrupt anything back there. Alright. Maybe try letting the water out. Everything looks intact. Very good. Let's go down and turn the power back on. Alright, I'm back at the power thing. We have, oh, I'm sorry, the fuse box. We're going to turn this fuse back on, number 14. Did you hear that explosion? Just kidding. Alright, seems to be okay. We'll get our fuse box closed. Back upstairs, see if the disposal runs. Right, here we go. We're going to try the, just run a little water. See if our disposal works. It's running. I don't see any drip. Son of a gun! Should I put my hand out? No! I'm not putting anything through there. So it's working. And now I just have to clean up this mess. Yes. It's all in. Very good. All right. Yes, it's in, but took more work than I thought. A couple constraints that I had were my knees, because I did go running yesterday. So it was a little hard, but that was overcome, you know, with the cushioning and pad. There's plenty of room here to work. The other constraint was that electrical protective spoil thing. And the other one was the this bar that made working in there difficult. But all the way to overcome. I used electricity to turn my air conditioning down, pulled my hair back, changed my glasses, had a headband on at one point because my hair kept falling. It's hard to work upside down on my head with my hands over my head. I just find that difficulty. But it was pretty easy though, really. I mean, if it weren't for some of the restrictions of the electrical core, I mean, you could just wire that up, hold it up there, and the flange, actually, once it was aligned correctly, was pretty easy to use. Let's see. Keep the pot. Yeah, anyway, that was not. Anyway, so my goals of not breaking other things seem to be correct. Or not correct, but seem to have been achieved. And also safety. I think I felt pretty safe. Had the power off, wore gloves. And I think that was it. Now I just got to clean up this mess. Hope it encourages you or discourages you and makes your decision to get someone else to do this job for you. But this is pretty easy. It didn't really require any plumbing or anything, or even any wiring or anything really. Everything's just attachable. We'll see. If I have problems with the sink leaking, I will update this video or take it down. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Okay, here's a bonus. I saw someone do this on a video, and it made sense to me. Because they took this little wrench, and they zip tied it in here to the pipe. So you always know where it is. I think they zip tied it here, right there. I'm gonna put it up here so that all those, if I put all those bottles in here again, they're not gonna You know, my lamp is in the way. If I put all these bottles in here, they're not going to knock it off. So, because most of them are not this tall. Let's see how it does. Yeah. It's a great idea, Maureen. Yeah. That'll work. And you're looking for that little wrench, and it's always right there. This thing before was like kind of whatever. I hate that. I hate the thing. Alright, let's put my stuff, start putting stuff away.